Thanks for tuning in to the Spread Your Wingspan podcast.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Jenny.
And we're your hosts, two friends who immediately bonded over our secret smut addictions. So join us as we journey together through our favorite romance and fantasy stories and discuss all things kinks, female pleasure, taboos, and more.
Make sure to check out the show notes for any spoiler alerts and content warnings. We're happy you're here. Let's get to today's pod.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Sarah. Sarah.
Fancy meeting you here.
Oh. Well, we're at your house, so.
No, but we also just recorded back-to-back recordings.
You know. But this catches us up to our schedule.
It does.
So
we
we're
love
on
schedule. Schedule
On
queens.
track, yes.
Hello, everybody.
So, hi, guys. What are we talking about now?
We are here today to talk about A Light in the Flame.
The second book in the Blood and Ash prequel series.
Flesh and Fire.
Flesh and Fire.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
By the way, my trainer, David, who listens to us occasionally, and has many people who he trains who read romantasy, so it comes up often. Every time I say Flesh and Fire series, he dies of laughter. He thinks it's like the grossest, smutty, like he's like, flesh and fire?
It is kind of gross now that you pointed out.
But like in this world, you're like, yeah, flesh and fire, duh.
We're already like anesthetized by blood and ash, shadow in the ember, a light in the flame. That fucking prophecy, man.
Fucking prophecy, man.
I'm not gonna like get into the prophecy, but I was so happy at the end of the second book. The prophecy, the full prophecy is read because you get pieces of it.
You do.
And that's part of the thing. Like a prophecy, there's a beginning, middle, and an end. And sometimes you only get a part of it. And so like somebody has to cobble it all together.
And is even the way that we heard it at the end of this book the correct way?
Who knows? Because they...
Only the fates.
Right. Because they're fucking things up at the end of this book. Because there are things that we know.
They've been fucking things up.
Yeah. So I like how she has this like prophecy lore. I guess it's its own little like prophecy lore.
It is. And like it's hard to write a riddle. It's hard to write a prophecy.
Yeah.
Right? Like Sarah J.
famously wrote
a horrible riddle in ACOTAR. Like
it's love.
It's love. Like and the first time you meet, you're like, oh, it's love. And Farrah's like, what could it possibly be?
I'm tapping Sarah on the shoulder for those of you that can't see us. I didn't get the riddle. It had to be explained to you. But I don't try to solve things too hard.
Okay,
I let
you
things
for vibes.
unfold.
Yes.
I'm just here for the vibes.
What could it possibly be? And I was like, it's love. Anyways, yeah, I think it's hard to write a good prophecy.
Yes, of course. And then write 10 books plus about it.
Yeah, and of course, yes, this is convoluted. Yes, it's written in flowery language. Like, I'm sure you could find fault in it, but I find it like, you're like, what is this about? Like, you know certain parts of it, especially having read Blood and Ash.
Yes.
But you're like, but I don't really understand the whole picture of how this is going to play out. So it leaves a lot of mystery.
It does. Yeah. Which I'm assuming will wrap up in a neat little bow at some point. And then we'll say... Huzzah! Good job with your prophecy.
Positive vibes.
Yeah. So the reason why I bring it up for A Light in the Flame is the titles are starting. I at least understand where she's pulling the titles from because these are phrases in the prophecy. You still could have made it a little less confusing.
Yeah.
But,
agreed.
But it makes sense.
Concur.
Yes.
Shall I summarize?
Please.
Same as last time. I need to
just a little
punch my thirst.
Palate cleanser.
All right. Sara and Nyktos have just learned that she carries within her the embers of the true primal of life. Oh, and she's also the reincarnated soul of Sotoria, the poor mortal woman who Kolis has terrorized across eons.
Fucking Kolis.
For this reason, Sara is the most perfect weapon to kill Kolis, though it also puts her in the gravest danger possible should they meet. If Sara looks like Sotoria, Kolis will never let her go. But Kolis is causing the rot in both Elysium and the mortal realm. The unhinged maniac needs to be killed. Nyktos plans to find a way to take the embers from Sara and become the primal of life in order to defeat Kolis and ensure that Sara doesn't die, despite what the fates claim. Nyktos cannot save Sara by ascending her, because he ensured he would be unable to love by having his cardia, a key piece of his soul, removed. Even though they are now essentially enemies, since the truth of Sara's planned betrayal was revealed, they agree to work together to find a way to save her life. Along the way, the two also agree to engage in acts of pleasure for pleasure's sake. As the Shadowlands deals with multiple attacks sent by Kolis and other primals, Sierra grows closer to the Draken and the gods who call it home, even though many of them remain skeptical of her intentions. As she begins to find a sense of belonging in the realm of the gods, Sierra realizes she does want to be Nyktos' consort. She cares for the people of the realm, and she cares for Nyktos. Sierra travels with Nyktos, the first Draken, into the Vale, which is basically heaven, to find the location of the last god of prophecy, Delphi. Upon return to the House of Hades, Sierra discovers Ash in his office with the primal god of rights, Veses, a truly abominable creature, feeding from his neck and gyrating on him.
Screw her.
Betrayed and heartbroken, Sierra nearly crumbles the castle around her and hastens her ascension in her panic. She decides she must stop all cavorting with Nyktos in order to preserve what remains of her shredded heart. They prepare to marry, but only in title. But their plans are thwarted by Kolis, who insists on summoning them to his seat of power in Delos before he can determine if he will allow them to marry. In Delos, Sierra begins to witness the true horror of Kolis, his charm, his temper, and his cruelty. The morning of her wedding, Sierra learns the truth. Nyktos has been allowing Veses to violate him for years in order to keep Sierra safe. Sierra and Nyktos marry and fuck a bunch, and the two seem to finally be finding their way to loving, in quotes, one another as best they can when the Shadowlands are attacked once again. The two are betrayed by another primal, Ades, whom they had tentatively trusted. Ades takes Sierra to Kolis, who admits he has known the truth of the embers within her since before she was even born. As Kolis begins to drain Sierra's blood, killing her, the voice of Sotoria speaks up and lets Kolis know who she truly is. Sierra finds herself imprisoned in Delos, with Nyktos following her in wolf form to try to rescue her. What will happen?
Dun 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 dun. So the ending of this book hit hard and fast, and then ended. And I was like, and scene. Luckily, books 3 and 4 have already been published. Yeah. I don't have to wait too long. Yeah. So twisty. We're getting twisty. Okay. What are our themes, Sarah?
Enemies to lovers, baby.
Yeah.
It wasn't in book 1, but it is in book 2.
Yes.
Atonement. And faith versus fate.
Excellent themes as always.
Thank you.
Because we literally 20 minutes ago ended talking about book 1, it's all kind of fresh. I don't think it occurred to me until we started talking that, book 2 is an enemies to lovers, but they don't start out as enemies to lovers. No, it's like what would you call it? A burgeoning romance? Like a fate star-crossed lovers type thing? Like,
it's almost like it resets.
Yeah.
Like, in the same way as Blood and Ash, you get the first book, you get the build-up, you get the payoff, and then there's a betrayal.
Right.
And then they reset in then they build up to their romance again in book 2.
Yeah.
There's a similar arc here.
Yeah.
I find it very effective. I'm not bothered at all.
No.
Because in the book 1, they're friends.
Yeah.
It's very much friends to lovers.
Yes. Until the betrayal at the end of book 1. It's like kadoom.
And there's a betrayal in this book too.
Yeah.
It's not what you think it is.
Okay.
But when Sierra first encounters Nyktos and Veses, she is betrayed.
Yeah. But in a way, she has already betrayed Nyktos because she secretly planned to murder him.
Right. I'm talking about second. That's a first betrayal.
No, I know, but she betrays him, then he betrays her.
Yes. Yeah. Even though he never betrayed her because he's an angel. He can do no wrong.
Sweet baby angel boy.
Daddy Nyktos. I love that they literally call him Daddy Nyktos in these books.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, he is.
I mean, 1, Shadow Daddy. 2, cares for his people daddy.
Yeah, he's a daddy. And also fucks with a lot of aggression.
Zaddy.
Yeah.
He's not old enough to be a zaddy, though.
No, but he's old. He's in his 100. He's 200 or something, 250.
Okay, he's not experienced enough to be a zaddy.
Yeah. But by the time Poppy rolls around, Nyktos is a zaddy.
Fair.
Yeah.
But Poppy's
he's
not
in
around
his
yet.
thousands by then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think, I love enemies to lovers. Fuck, yeah, fuck me up. They hate each other. Hate fucking, yeah.
Hate fucking so good.
And, of course, they don't actually hate each other. Nyktos is mad, not because she planned to kill him, but because it would have ended in her death.
Yes.
And he's like, you have no regard for your life?
God, he really, really, really says that a lot.
Yeah.
You don't value your life.
She doesn't, and she does not realize that about herself.
She's never been shown what it is to value much of anything.
So
really.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And no one has ever valued her life.
Yes.
She's always been treated as disposable.
Mhm.
They always knew she was going to die as part of this.
Yeah.
So
she always knew
she was groomed
she was gonna die.
to not expect to live past like 17.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. And Nyktos is like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
That's cray.
Yeah, that's cray.
That's God, I still hate that term. But it's fun every once in a while to throw it out. Irony.
Yeah, and then obviously like Atonement, a lot of this book is about Sara kind of like herself reckoning with what she planned to do to Nyktos at the end of book 1. But then also like everybody else there who's like extremely loyal to Nyktos and really upset that somebody would even consider hurting him, no matter how pure her reasons were.
And not just atoning, Sara's not just atoning for what she planned to do to Nyktos, but the other people that she has legitimately assassinated.
Yeah.
By order of her mother. And to, you know, could kind of Robin Hood this a little bit, like kill some truly awful people.
Oh, yeah.
You
like
know?
The abusive brothel owner in book 1.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, morality.
But she's
she's like killed people.
And she's like, and it didn't affect me much. And she's really disturbed by that.
Well, she says it didn't affect her much, but we learn in this book when she has to share a secret, like, you know, there's this thing where she took a sleeping draft and she kind of plays it off like, you know, I took it, but, you know, whatever. But then she admits that she essentially had plans.
It was a suicide attempt.
Yeah. To commit it, or the proper language. It's not commit suicide. It's die by suicide.
Die by suicide. Yes.
So she is you know, it's probably very much buried, but it's, you know, the atonement, it's all coming to the surface, I guess is what I'm trying to say. That she admits like, yeah, that was really fucking dark. And, you know, this almost happened and I'm going to admit.
And I love that she does
the complexity of it.
With Nyktos there. And then afterwards, the Nyktos is like, are you okay?
Yeah.
And she's like, I know he's not asking if I'm okay right now, like in this present moment.
Yeah.
And he's like, if you ever don't feel okay, like you should talk to me. Like,
which I think is the appropriate response of anybody that witnesses somebody speaking their truth.
But the fact that he's like, he doesn't like, he like waits until they're like riding back home and it's like kind of quietly said, you know, it's very, I love Nyktos.
Yeah.
Well, he's one of my favorite characters.
Yes. And I also think that these things are delicate.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you are witnessing somebody who's just coming to their own personal realization of like, wow, shit got dark. Maybe this is actually what happened. And, you know, if that's their first moment of admitting something.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really beautiful modeling of like.
I agree. And like, what a cool, that could have been such a hacky, like they have to go to the Vale to find this pool and you have to give the pool something no one else knows in order to receive the information you want.
Yep.
That's already kind of hacky, right?
Yeah.
In a way that I can absolutely eat up like it's tiramisu. Like, I don't mind.
Agreed.
That's a part of romantasy, right?
Yeah.
We get hacky tropes. But what that turning into her realizing she had actually wanted to and tried to end her own life. And that's the secret she shares.
That's deep.
And and the pool accepts it and like it becomes this other thing. It's like, that's beautiful and profound, Jennifer. L. Armentrout, not you.
Yes.
Yes. Like, yeah, again, I'm like, there's a lot of depth to these books.
Just like in book 1, you were talking about the modeling of anxiety and having panic attacks and like reading this, even though it's not going to be the exact way that you or I might experience our individual experience of anxiety and panic attacks.
Yeah.
She's not treating it lightly.
No.
She's
using it so seriously.
She's using it to get a glimpse into somebody's inner world. And I think that she, in this moment, she also treated it with care. It wasn't just thrown in there.
And it's not just to advance the plot.
Right.
Right? Which it could have been.
It's to deepen our understanding of the character
100%.
and the journey that they're going on.
100%. And she's the primal of life. So the fact that she tried to end her own life.
Yeah.
And it gives her a different understanding of what it means to not end somebody else's life and to bring them back.
And for her to learn that life is important.
Yes.
Because this is another journey that she's on. She holds the embers of life in her body.
Yes.
And yet she doesn't value her own life. And even though she denies it when...
It's so true.
Nyktos is like, you don't value your life. She's like, yes, I do. She's like, no,
why do you keep saying that? Like, and he's like,
because you don't.
Sinking in your thick skull, girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah.
And conversely, the acting primal of life, Kolis, has no regard for life.
No.
He really wants to make it. He's very frustrated that he cannot create life.
In a bastardized, weird way.
Wait till you find out more in the next book.
Yeah.
Shit
We're
gets
getting
weird.
to the Revenant shit, right?
Oh, it's more than that.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
Yeah. But, like, he doesn't give a shit if anybody lives.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, he said, he's like, I pretty much want to murder everybody. That's basically my goal. Remake the realms.
Yes.
And, like, everybody will
Destroy.
Destruct.
Like, oh wait, I'm going to create life, but I'm going to destroy everything first.
Yeah, exactly. And then the life I do create is gonna love me. It's a perfect solution.
Oh, Lord.
Kolis has issues.
Has issues. Put that on a t-shirt. Has issues. You should go to therapy.
When I was talking in Blood and Ash about Isbeth and how I think she's a really effective villain, you were kind of bothered by her, but I'm like, I just think she's she's fucking crazy.
She's
like
unhinged.
She's unhinged. Does not pales in comparison to Kolis.
Okay, cool.
And so when I was telling you that, like, goosebumps of like, oh fuck, Kolis is coming, that I was reading, like, when you go back and reread Blood and Ash, like, you're gonna have you're gonna be appropriately terrified.
Okay.
That he was not killed better.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like, that there's any way for him to come back to life. You're gonna be like, uh-oh. Yeah, because, like, it's so well, I think, demonstrated in books 3 and 4, like, why that guy is so scary.
Yeah. By the way, you just said Isbeth, and I went inside. I'm like, I mean, written really well, but, like, yeah, I fucking hate her.
Yeah,
because she's written really well. Like,
exactly. She's an important part of the plot. But
yeah, God, man.
Oh yeah, so hateable.
Oh,
yeah,
I would stab that bitch.
Yeah, like Kolis, and we only get a brief glimpse of Kolis really in this book when you go to Delos.
Okay,
but that's just
tip of the iceberg.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And like, that's a really affecting scene when they go to his court, and he's like charming, and everyone's like fucking. There's like orgies, and like the courtyard is filled with dead people. Like, they walk in and there's just like dead people everywhere, and she's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then
that's fucked.
And then they walk into another one, everyone's fucking.
Yeah.
And then Kolis comes in and he's like being really weird with Nyktos and her, and then he makes her kill someone.
Oh my God.
Like, yeah. And he's like, this is a Tuesday for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's not.
Yeah. And then the poor sad young Draken, who's like, well, if you don't kill me, he's gonna kill me, and then he's gonna kill you, and then he's gonna get another Draken, and he's gonna kill that Draken.
And Kolis is like, that is correct.
Suck.
Yeah.
Like,
no emotional reaction.
Yeah. I was just like, whoa, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Kolis is fucked.
Yeah. Yep.
Why do we love reading books about gods and godlings and primals and, like, God adjacent? What is it about it? Is it because we can only truly really imagine what any possible gods are like? Is it because is there the mystery of it? So because it's a mystery, we can make them whatever we want.
Sure. I mean, there's also such a historical precedent for it. Like, it's our oldest stories are about gods, right? Like, as a species. So I wonder if there's, like, an epigenetic component, honestly, of, like,
something that just has all-encompassing power. But then there's also, she does a really good job talking about balance. Like, right now there's such an imbalance of power because of Sara having the Embers of Life and being the false final of death. And, like, yeah. So, but, like, what is it about this that we have written about, talked about, pondered about for millennia?
I don't know. Maybe because, I mean, I telegraph so much of, like, what's going on in our country's politics right now onto these books, right? Like, Kolis is Trump, like, hands 100%. Down. Like, it's really easy. And, like, she did not, I don't think, write that. She just wrote a dictator. Yeah. Right? She wrote an unhinged dictator.
So is Nyktos Obama?
No, Nyktos is the yet to rise up solution to all of our problems.
Excellent.
No, actually, Sara really is.
Fair.
Queen.
Slay.
Slay, prime of life.
But,
okay, so if you can defeat a god, if humanity, if mere mortals could defeat a god.
Would we want to?
But, like, does that then give us, like, hope that we can, like, defeat the evils present in our world? Do you know what I mean? Like, does by exemplifying the situation with gods make it even more, like, does it give us hope, I guess, is the...
Thank you for your perspective. I can't answer that question.
Yeah.
I was thinking that. I'm like, you know, we can talk about vampiric adjacent, as I'm calling it. You know,
Yes.
like all these different levels of creatures and monsters, however we want to call them. But like now we're talking about levels of gods.
Mhm.
Legit gods.
Mhm.
And I'm delighted.
And like you meet a god and they're like, oh, I'm not powerful. I'm not a primal. Then you meet a primal and they're like, I'm not powerful. I'm not the oldest primal. Like,
Or the primal of life, or the primal of death.
Yeah. But like, even if Kolis wasn't the primal of life or death, he would still be probably the most powerful because he's the oldest. You know? So like that also is very interesting.
So it just all comes down to good winning over evil.
Yes, but in the same way that I think this works really well in Blood and Ash, it's like, Sara's not good. She is, but like she's also not, right? She's not this like kind of like Mary Sue's not the right term, but like kind of, you know, the chosen one, like has no faults, who, you know, it's like, okay, what happens after, like George R. R. Martin's like, what was Aragorn's like political policies, right? Like what happens after the conclusion, you know, how does that person actually lead? Mm-hmm. Obviously we know from Blood and Ash, Sara and Nyktos like fuck up a lot. Yeah. Right?
I'm just waiting to see how they wake them up because they're not even asleep yet. There's a lot. There's a lot. Right?
So like, you're like, obviously Kolis is clearly bad and evil. That's an extreme that's defined. But I wouldn't say there's an extreme defined goodness. There are people who try to be good, which they talk about a lot in this book. Like Sara and Nyktos have a lot of conversations about like trying to be good is the only way to be good.
So is good only ever aspirational?
It seems like that seems like the thesis of her book, really. Yeah. I don't know if that's true for humanity, but...
Or even, you know, a couple of pods ago, we talked about the idea of monsters and so we can pretty clearly define monstrous behavior, people who are bad and evil. Mm-hmm. I still stop just short of calling people bad or evil. They have bad or evil behavior, but also some people are just bad or evil. Yeah. But like, can anybody ever possibly be completely good? I don't think so. Like, I mean, it depends what your definition of good is, too. Like, I don't think everyone would have the same definition of good. That's true. Well, it's people don't always have the same definition of evil either.
True, so, like religion and spirituality and like, experience and all that, right? So, like, one person's good would be total martyrdom. Yeah. And then another person would say, you're sacrificing yourself then. So
you could have done more good.
You didn't do good unto yourself, right? And I mean, I think The Good Place, the show, does a pretty good job exploring this. Probably better than we would. Yeah. But yeah, I think... That's not, she doesn't like, this is still fun romantasy, right? Like, she's not heavy-handed with that. Yeah. But the fact that that philosophical question is present in these books
is what makes this romantasy and not straight up smut.
Yeah, and it's good. Yeah. And then along the way, you get really good sex scenes. Like, really, really good ones.
Yes. Or like how we talk about in Priest, like, what was your tagline again?
That time smut taught me about God.
You know? So like, yeah, I'm just... Gods are universal. Even if you don't believe in God, you're still talking about the fact that I don't believe in a God. Like, you know, so maybe it is encoded in our DNA. Maybe it is epigenetic. Maybe it's not. Yeah. Maybe people just don't talk about it. At least talk about it.
I at least think the fact that their stories we're interested in is epigenetic. Or like whatever the anthropological version of epigenetics is.
Or the, what's the Jungian, the...
Collective unconsciousness.
Yeah. But they're not called tropes. They're called archetypes.
Archetypes.
Yes. Which I believe in, you know? Yeah. You have enough human history, stories are going to repeat you. Mm-hmm. The hero's journey.
Exactly. The hero with 1,000 faces. Yeah.
Okay. Slight detour, but I've been thinking about this. Like, there's something more compelling about these books because they're gods and because the stakes are higher. Yeah. We're talking about humanity. We're talking about mortality. We're talking about good versus evil. We're talking about life versus death. Mm-hmm. I think these are really compelling explorations.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Okay. Any more thoughts on your reaction?
We're improving. I mean, I can see book 2 on a 4 book arc. Like we're on the upswing of the roller coaster here. Yeah. And you mentioned like just wait till book 3.
But like there's a real that roller coaster hits the ground so hard. Like, and I don't necessarily think in terms of writing or plot, but in terms of like content. Like, you know where she is at the end of book 2. She stays there a while.
Oh, she's in a fucking cage, guys. She is in a gilded cage
for like I think more than half of book 3.
Ugh, I'm not gonna like that.
I don't think you will. But like when I was first reading this book and I was like seeing on the internet people being like, when is she going to get out of this situation? Like I need to know when I'm going to be relieved, and people were answering, and I was like, oh, like, But then as I was reading it, I was like just so compelled by what we learned during that time that I wasn't as bothered by that. And again, I find the payoff
worth it.
Very tasty.
I mean, we like a good payoff. We like a good payoff. I do not like her being in a cage because we've heard about
what happens to the women in cages.
Yeah. The, being the favorite, having favor bestowed upon you, and then in an instant.
Eos basically tells the story.
Yeah. Nope, you're dead.
And,
or you're released, and then you're hunted by the other gods.
Basically, you're hunted to be sexually assaulted and or killed. Yeah. And somehow worse things too, tortured. Yeah.
And now Sierra's in a cage.
But you're really going to see the extent of Kolis's depravity.
Yeah. Which I like reading about.
We're going to have some strong content warnings for book 3.
Okay.
But we're talking about book 2 today. But like this is relevant because we learn from Eos. We learn more about Kolis. We literally meet Kolis in this book, and you just learn more about kind of like the lore around Kolis. Like
from the people who are either part of his court and are on his side.
Yes.
Or person who has escaped his court.
Gemma has also escaped.
Okay,
the mortal who was brought back to life.
People. Yeah. So yeah, we're circling Kolis. We're dancing around him, but then it's really just the last little bit of the book that you meet him. So yeah, I definitely stopped listening and had a big exhale. I'm like, oh, fuck. Now I'm gonna have to see what happens next.
And like things were just getting good for Sierra and Nyktos. Like they had gotten their shit together. They got married. She's the consort. Like the realm respects her again, or like not the realm. Shadowlands respects her. Like
she's finding her place. She's finding her way. She's admitted to Nyktos, like, oh, I want to be your consort.
She's admitted to herself that she loves him,
and then she admits to herself that she loves him. And we haven't even talked about the thing that's removed. I keep forgetting the name.
The Cardia.
The Cardia. When that happened in the first book, and he's like, oh, it's impossible for me to love because the actual component of my soul that loves, I had removed. Fuck that dude. I mean, it makes her a great plot twist. And like, of course, that has to get resolved. But,
and you understand.
Damn. Can we just have a brief, damn, that's bold. That's a bold preemptive strike.
It's very Nyktos.
It reminds me of like, this might sound weird, but like what I was thinking of is people who find out they have the gene for cancer and they have prophylactic like double mastectomy or like hysterectomies. I guess I'm really thinking
I know
about
someone
women.
who has done that.
Yeah, I mean it's a choice. I support anybody's choice for that. But I also then like he kind of did that. He had a surgery to prevent something that might have happened in the future.
Yeah, well, you're gonna find out more about it. Is all I'll say.
Okay.
About
I assume there's more to the story.
There is. He's not telling her everything.
Seems to be a theme here.
Yeah, it's pretty beautiful when you find out more.
Okay.
So I won't tell you now.
Well, good. Also, it's beautiful when people don't get cancer because they do these things.
100%. Yeah, 100%. And it's
but that's what I thought of.
It's so Nyktos. Like it's so him that he made that choice. That he cares so much about like his mission to protect, at least him to protect the people and to protect the mortal realm too. That like he can't let anything compromise his ability to defeat Kolis. And it's so Greek tragedy that the action he took to prevent that is what ends up causing it anyway, right? Yes, yeah. That's fucking Oedipus. Like that's good. And again, that's hard to write.
And it's an archetype that we keep coming back to again and again and again.
Yeah. Like the Achilles heel, essentially, right? It's or hubris being your downfall when you were trying to avoid being hubristic and just like all of that, or the whole if you try to prevent a prophecy from being fulfilled, that prevention is what causes
sets
it to
a wheel in motion that will end up making heaven anyway.
The gods are gonna fuck you but that happens to the gods themselves. Isn't that fascinating?
So maybe the gods are taking down a peg to mortality level.
That kind of it does happen, yeah. And then are you like, are the Aerie then really in charge? But they're also fucking up a lot.
Okay, so their whole thing about fate not being written in stone, I love.
Yes.
They are literally the fates.
Yes.
They are the fates. But I really enjoy how this is explained. They're like, no, your fate is just it's a different path. It's like quantum reality.
Yeah,
you know? This choice then gives you this set of choices. And then so it's like, it's not that this one thing is preordained that you're going to get to in 20 years. Yeah. It's that they you can change your fate at any time because
Yeah.
your choices change, but they are kind of the overseers, and they are what I'm assuming is like all knowing. They can see all the paths.
We don't know as much about the fates. We might know more about them because of the Book of Fall of Wrath and Ruin.
Okay.
Or is it Ruin and Wrath? I never get it right. Fall of
This one.
Interchangeable Wrath and
This
Ruin.
thing.
We might know a bit more about them from that book.
Okay.
It's not totally clear if that's who they are.
Okay.
But the fates also have been intervening in ways that they are not supposed to.
Yes.
Most notably, a fate told Kolis how to take the embers from his brother.
Yes.
Which is what started off this whole fucking thing.
Yes.
So, and they don't know which fate did it, and they don't know why they did it. And then the fates also notably hate prophecy. So there's
hilarious.
Which is hilarious. But like I think it's because of that. It's because it's like it claims that there is one path.
Yes.
Basically, right? And it's confusing. And people get all kerfuffled about
yes.
it.
Kerfuffled. Yes. But I do like that they made a point that they're like, no, your fate, like separate from the fates.
Yes.
The anthropomorphic fates.
Yeah, the gods of fate.
But that they say like, no, your fate is not a one and done. There's just one path that's going to happen. You still have choice.
And isn't it so delightful that that's the path we're reading about?
Yes.
Like, they're like, you weren't supposed to drink Nyktos' blood.
Yes.
And now there's this weird offshoot that does end in you dying, but it's shadowy.
Yes.
It's something might happen here.
And then...
And like, that's the story we're reading, right? Like, that's clever. It's good.
It's good. And then I'm just remembering the god of prophecy, Delphi.
Mm-hmm.
He assumes that after he tells them what he knows, he's going to die because it was foretold.
Well, he saw his own death.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then he's not killed by Nyktos. And he's hella confused. He's like, I was supposed to die here? And Nyktos is like, well, I guess you're not. So deal with that.
Right. And Seer's like, we're dealing with our own stuff right now.
Yeah, like, you deal with your stuff. But the legit god of prophecy saw his death and in the moment didn't die. Yeah. So yeah, I love this interplay of like, what do you call it? Fate versus faith.
That's what, because like, again, this one, a lot of Seer's whole arc from this point on is her having faith. Mm-hmm. Because what fate is telling her is that she's going to die very soon.
It has been telling her whole life.
Right, but especially recently, the fates literally came and were like, you're gonna die. Sorry.
In order for the embers of life to be transferred, you're gonna die.
Or, you're like, oh, you could have not died if Nyktos hadn't had his cardia removed.
Yeah.
Right? And Nyktos is like, oh, when he says, like, I wish I'd never had my cardia removed.
Yeah. Because he's in, like, in whatever way he's falling in love with her.
He's like, he's like, there would have been nothing stopping me from loving you. It's so good.
That scene is very sweet.
Yeah.
But it's also, like, really sad.
It is really sad.
Because, like, we think she's gonna die any moment, multiple times. Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah, and that doesn't stop till it stops.
Okay. Fine. Well, I'm already halfway through, so that's good.
You're gonna love it. My reaction, I do find this one to be, it's very action heavy in the first half. There's a lot of being attacked. Yeah. Like one after the other after the other.
Yeah.
I think she writes action really well. So like it's engaging. Yeah. But it is a lot.
But there's a pacing thing.
Yeah. I think the second half is just gorgeous.
Agreed. Because you get a lot of the emotional complexity of Sara and Nyktos is there's the interplay. It's rich.
It is rich.
It's a rich interplay. They're figuring themselves out in real time. I mean, this is life, right? Like, things are being thrown at you and you're having to figure it out. This is a similarity with Poppy that, she's discovering who she is because she has thought that her life was going to be this way. And guess what? Now it's not. So like, who the fuck am I if the things I've been told for almost 2 decades of my life are now not going to happen? Like whiplash. Shit, now I have to be individuated and like have relationships? What the fuck is this?
Person.
I gotta be my own person.
Both Poppy and Sara have freedom thrust upon them through like shattering like everything I thought to be true is not true. Like the ground is totally ripped out from under you. But the net result of that being you have way more freedom than you thought you did.
Yeah. Or guess what?
It's pretty dope.
Freedom.
Yeah.
Introduction. Freedom exists.
Yeah, and then it's also like, oh, I don't know if I want that. It's kind of like the vibe both of them give off.
Yeah.
Which,
people who have been in controlling or abusive relationships, sometimes, I'm not going to speak for everybody, but like, you don't know what the fuck to do once you get out of that situation. Because you're like, wow, I've been taught this is the way to do things, even when it's unnatural and traumatic and all that. But like, what do I do now?
Yeah. What do I do now?
There's no rule book. There's no guidebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that the interplay of like individuating, and even Nyktos, like, he's falling in love with her, even though he can't love, like, in quotation marks. He's falling in love with her. And that's changing how his whole life operates.
Yes. And again, you will see that more in the next 2 books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't look at me.
I want to say things, but I don't want to say. I think there's something I could say, but I don't want to. Just be careful.
Okay. Okay, are we going to talk about Vessi?
Yes.
Fuck that bitch.
Right?
Whoa. She's a revenant.
No, she's a god. She's a primal god.
She's a primal god?
Yeah.
There's some real revenant-y things about her, though.
Well, I mean, primal gods are very hard to kill.
Yeah. But she just seems, like, twisted.
I mean, well, yeah, so that's the thing, is Nyktos says, like, he says there cannot be any good primals.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Here's why I'm not confused. I'm just like, okay, I'm going to need more information. But they talk about revenants. They use the word revenant. And, like, you don't find out about that until
you see the one at
the Blood and Ash. Right. So this is why I don't like to try to figure things out too hard, because I'm
Callum
like,
is also in these books.
Oh.
Callum's in book 1. The Golden Fucker.
I'm going to need a refresh.
Callum is in Blood and Ash. Callum is the one that terrorizes Cass when he's in the cell in Isbeth's palace.
Okay. Yes.
That's the Golden Fucker.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Did not pick up on that.
That's Callum. He's the one who told Seer's family how to kill a primal on Kolis' behalf.
I hate that guy.
Yeah, he fucking sucks. Oh, I'm so excited for you to learn more about him.
Okay. Okay, I didn't pick up on that. But yeah, okay.
And he's also at Delos. He's there in that scene. She doesn't recognize him. She recognizes him later.
Oh, that guy.
That's Callum.
She's like, oh, I recognize your voice. And that when she's in the cage, he's like, he's telling her all that. Oh, fuck. Okay.
It's going to cause you to reevaluate everything he does in Blood and Ash when you're done this series.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah. It's fucking phenomenal. Yeah. But yeah, Vessi's, I think, again, such a good, like, you understand why she's doing the things she's doing. She's unhinged as well. Not Isbeth levels, but you're like, this bitch is, what is she doing? She's awful. She's so evil. She's such a good villain. But like, again, you're also going to learn more about her with time. It makes sense.
Well, it has to make sense, because the whole, like, them pseudo-fucking and him, like, or her drinking his blood. Yeah. Like, come on, there's more to the story. Like, way to throw that in, like, oh, he's not who I thought he was. Like, okay, yes. we need some friction here. But, like, you're not fooling me that he was screwing her.
Right.
Like, there's clearly more to the story.
Yeah, yes. And so Poppy comes back after having basically admitted to him. Not that she loves him, but close to she's saying, I want to be your consort. Sierra admits to Nyktos.
You said Poppy.
Oh, my bad. Sierra says, I want to be your consort.
Yeah.
Goes to the pool in the Vale.
Yes.
And comes back with Nyktos. And then she sees Vessi's, like, basically, like, humping Nyktos.
Gyrating,
while drinking from his blood. I did say gyrating.
Yes.
And she instantly is like, they're fucking. But also just, like, blood drinking is such an intimate thing. And she knows Nyktos doesn't do it often.
Right.
And she knows what it means to Nyktos.
Right.
And then she has, like, an epic panic attack, which to me really did remind me of, like, what my panic attacks feel like.
It feels earth shattering, and like the world is ending.
Like, yeah, and you kind of, like, lose sense of, like, what's happening around you. And just, like, the heartbreak of that scene is so good.
Yes.
Like, I felt betrayed when I was reading it the first time.
Yes.
I was like, Nyktos betrayed me.
Yeah, and I was like, no, I have to get further along, because I know that he didn't actually, but I understand. Yeah. But, like, honey, just keep going. You didn't really just learn. Get the facts. It's gotta be
yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And then you find out, like, you're like, oh my God, like, he was basically allowing himself to be molested. I mean, that's, like, not really what's happening, but that's, like, it's very, like, clearly symbolic of that. And, like, let himself be. It's complicated, right? She blackmailed him.
Yeah.
So basically he was being, like, assaulted for years.
Yeah.
In exchange for keeping Sierra safe, which then Sierra then later finds out already Kolis knew about her anyway.
Yeah.
So it was all for nothing.
All for nothing.
And that's
I mean, yes, one perspective, all for nothing. Yeah.
No, because the threat was that Vesi's was going to tell Kolis. Right. And Kolis already knew.
Yeah. Cloak and dagger.
Yeah. And so it's like, they're just like running up a mudslide, Nyktos and Sara, a lot with Kolis. Is the vibe. It's like no matter what they do, he's way ahead of them.
Yeah.
Again, just like the way that that's all wrapped into this just like singular betrayal and heartbreak. Very compelling.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Compelling villain.
Yeah, compelling. Yeah, Kolis is scary.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why I hated Isbeth is because she was such a believable villain, and the things that she got away with. Maybe that's what the things that she got away with for so long.
Yeah. Oh my God, for so long.
And so I feel like, yes, I'm sure I'm going to learn Kolis is going to be the same way. Like the shit that he was allowed to do for so long. Yeah.
Yes.
We got to hate him even more. I'm
assuming. Oh, just get ready.
Yeah.
It's not even like, I mean, I really hated Isbeth. I actually feel terror with Kolis. Like, he's genuinely
That's crazy.
Really
that's a strong feeling.
Well, I get scared easily.
Well, so do I. But I'm saying, like, how often do you get to say, like, no, this character terrifies me?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Like, he's doing bad things. I don't like him. But, like, to say somebody terrifies you?
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't think of... There's been a few times that I've read characters like that where I'm like, wow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, Voldemort terrified me.
Yes, Voldemort terrified me, too.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
And... I think the witches really terrified me as a kid. Roald Dahl.
Yeah. I mean, The Woman in the Woods and Hansel and Gretel is terrifying.
Yeah. A lot of fairy tales are terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and like, that's kind of a similar vibe actually to these. And I wonder if it's because it's got, again, that like epic kind of Greek tragedy lore vibe to it.
Yeah.
That it feels very fairy tale-y.
Or maybe we just have a sense memory of being terrified as a kid.
Yeah. That could be true. Yeah. It's a very grown-up version of the terror tree. Like your bodily, the bodily terror tree.
Yeah, I remember the first time having Hansel and Gretel read to me as a kid. I was like, she boils them and eats them. Like, ooh. I remember, I can feel it. This visceral, like, ew.
Yeah, and like not being able to escape.
Crazy. Yeah. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for book 3.
So I think the one that we haven't touched on in your reactions is Love the Draken. We talked about that a little bit.
Especially because when we know that Jadis's fate is up in the air, potentially she's dead, we're not sure, in Blood and Ash. Mm-hmm. And Reaver, we've met Reaver as an adult.
Yes.
And
to get to know them as little baby Draken.
Yes. And like how you see so much of little Reaver and grown up Reaver.
Yeah.
And how like people like really can't understand him. Like he's kind of like hard to read emotionally. And like he says he's very sarcastic and blunt and like
a little neurodivergent Draken maybe?
Correct. He's a little ADHD, perhaps, not necessarily autistic. And the way he protects Sara in this book. And he gets hurt because he tries to protect her.
And Bessie's is like, she's not a consort yet. And I'm going to get you for protecting her. And I'm like, no, she's the consort. Protect her.
And he just loves her. He just loves her. He like, puts his head on her. Just like, he's such a little sweetheart. And so is Jadis. Nyktos is the best. Again, Nyktos comes up in Blood and Ash. And you're like, okay, this guy. But then like when you get all of Nyktos here, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Poor
and
Nyktos.
the way that Nyktos interacts with the Draken, like this whole, though he can't love, in quotes, he loves these Draken.
He loves them.
Yeah, and the tenderness that you see in him, like, yeah. The whole, like, him not being able to love, I get it. But, like, it makes me actually think of, people with autism or, they might not express their love. That doesn't mean they don't love. And I'm sure the whole whole thing is going to get solved.
They talk at length about caring versus loving in these books. And, like, are they different? What are the differences? Can you do one without the other kind of thing? And it's, Nyktos maintains that he cares very deeply. Mm-hmm. And he's like, maybe because I can't love, I care even more deeply.
Yeah. Yeah. You should say that.
So
interesting. It's an interesting
all
nuance.
I will say is there are going to be, those threads will be tied into knots.
Mm-hmm. Not pretty little bows.
No, it's a bow, but it's a bow where you're like, anything more to say?
No, I think we've touched on my reactions interspersed with your reactions. I'm enjoying where this is going. Again, pacing is still better. Sounds like I might get frustrated with the pacing of book 3.
I think you will. I mean, especially listening to it. Because when I'm reading, like, I can choose to read faster. right? I can start skimming.
By the time I finished this, I was reading at 1.8.
Okay.
I wasn't trying to finish
Must like the end hit you like a bullet train.
But you know what's funny? I kept ratcheting it up by half degrees, and by the end I was like, this sounds normal. Which is funny.
Sensitizing yourself.
Yeah, but
desensitizing.
But I do take breaks. Like I will stop and be like, okay, I need to process what I just read. Like, you know, I can pace even though I'm listening.
I'm curious what your texts to me will be as you listen.
Well, if you're trying not to text you, just because I wanted to save it.
Yeah.
I'll go back to texting.
Text me. Yeah. I think it.
Now that we're back on track schedule-wise.
Yeah. Spice rating.
What did I do the first one? A 5? I would call this a 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think 5. It's again like 3.5-ish. Yeah. It's spicy. It's good. You're not going to get anything like outlandish. You know, there's no like tying you up and blindfolding you, which isn't even that outlandish. Yeah.
There's a little more biting and drinking, I think, in this one.
There is.
Yeah. So there's that added component of like, you know, he licks her like bite marks and she's like, okay, now it's really like.
Does the same cast thing where he bites her clit as he's going down on her.
Which to me is still a little much, but you know, I get it. I'm in their world.
You know, some women don't have a sensitive zone down there.
I still don't think I want
sensitive
puncture wounds.
But if it's,
I get it. It's in. I'm in their world.
It's erogenous. Yeah,
I'm in their world.
Overall rating.
Okay, 8.
Yeah,
definitely trending 8. Yeah, I have high hopes for the next 2 books.
I hope you're not disappointed.
No, I'm not building it up too much.
Okay.
But just the way that her story arcs trend,
you're interested.
I'm interested. I'm interested to reach that crest of the roller coaster and figure out where we're going. And I'm really fascinated with why you think Kolis is terrifying. Like, I'm excited to learn more about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I might cry, but
I cried a lot. I cried a lot reading the 3rd book.
Yeah.
The 4th too, but the 3rd really got to me, for personal reasons. So I think it won't be hard for you to understand why when you're reading it.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for joining us on our journey.
Our journey that we make up as we go along. And we're doing great. High five, girl. All right. We'll see you soon.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Spread Your Wingspan podcast.
We would love to hear what you think about our topics today. Be sure to connect with us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
You can find us on both with the handle @SpreadYourWingspan, and all the links and more fun stuff are found on our website, spreadyourwingspan.com.
And if you have a book or author you want us to check out, send us an email at hello@spreadyourwingspan.com to tell us.
We hope you tune into the next episode.